Gold rush! Good grief, that's a lot of money. Our miners have hit a massive deposit of gold. Yeah, they have. Massive amounts of money are flowing into the treasury, and that will immediately pay off a lot of our loans. 4 of them. Oof. And suddenly our financial situation is just completely turned around. Definitely worth the 1 inflation. And one of the nice things about having lots of gold mines. El Dorado treasure fleet has arrived. The amount of money is going up because of the development of the gold mine. We could probably afford to do some more of that. Scroll, 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 scroll. Where's the gold? There it is. And that's also going to be keeping the Liberty Desire of our minions a little bit lower. Naples. Personal union is over, so let's get another one. Jolly good. Mississippi. Oh, you are. You're just not building new ships. All of you say you're building new ships, but I'm not seeing them anywhere. Like 17, where are the other 14 coming from? Because we're not actually building any ships anywhere. Not anymore. How familiar am I with the dynastic campaign? Not sure what you mean by dynastic campaign. You mean doing royal marriages and stuff? Not very. It's not a part of the game I ever really focused. Oh, because the 14 here. I see what it is. Let's just connect you to ourselves. Because that was a bit confusing. Protect trade. Zanzibar. Off you go. And then Safi has this little fleet trying to join it as well. It's the same icon for new ship building. That's why I was confused. Alright, protect trade. Safi. There we go. Get rid of the confusing icons, and we're all golden. Tariffs on coffee. Tax it. Tax it like crazy. Disgusting liquid. Tea is far superior. Trade protection on Ayataya. That's because Ayataya is threatening me. Okay, we can now fabricate the claim on Tyador. 20 development. Oof. And now I can get a conquest CB against you. Gonna make sure I click on it this time. They could actually try and blockade me with their fleet. Big change is going to be all of this becoming shallow seas. So galleys are going to reign superior in Indonesia. That's going to be really, really interesting. I had no general here. Whoops. And it's a river crossing. Double whoops. Oh, chase and destroy. Because they've only the one place where they can run. And stack wipe. Right, Lower Limpopo, go. But high taxes on coffee means tons of profit, so it's good. You're not wrong there. You're not wrong there. Still no league war, no. Oops, almost poured too much tea there. And then I would have wasted some, and that is unacceptable. We are getting lots of papal influence, you're not wrong. We could actually go for the +1 stability, and I think that would be an excellent use of this one right now. Seeing as we were at 2, and I'd quite like to be at 3. And we are very close to paying off yet another loan. Very, very close. Gutierre de Castilla. Gutierre de Castilla's perfect organisation of a secret service and spying has been proven extremely efficient in absorbing all of the conspiracies against Maria's life and all of the political and diplomatic plots. His efforts will be admired throughout the nation. No, they won't. Nobody should know this. And his reputation definitely shouldn't go further than our borders. We'll take the admin. We shall quietly recognise his efforts. Hostile privateers attack the route. So, we somewhere on the route between Nueva Castilla, which is Mexico, and Castile have privateers operating. Stealing some of my money! And this is where privateers can be incredibly lucrative. So if you are not present in the Caribbean, or if you just have a port in the Caribbean, so you can at least park privateers there, then you can station them there and they will take a percentage of the treasure fleet money passing through that node on the way to the homeland. So playing as other certain naval powers in the Caribbean during the high times of the Portuguese and the Spanish empires can make you a lot of money, even if you are not either of those countries. Privateering can be incredibly lucrative. But we lost only 3 ducats, so not a huge deal. And we are actually being privateered back at home. It's Spain that's being hit. By Holland! Yeah, that's alright. That's acceptable. Bloody perfidious Dutch. There's only 2 kinds of people in this world I can't stand. Those who are intolerant of other cultures, and the Dutch. And we shall take Tidor to celebrate. Plus their money. Boom. Okay, so Ternate will be next. So Maguindanao would be following that. I think that we could probably do with having some warships out here for this one, because Maguindanao, I believe, do tend to have a navy. Do I want to take Maguindanao? That would give me a nice little base for future operations in the Philippines. And they are spice producers. Who else are you allied to? Ternate, Magyas, and Manila. So we could declare war. Yep, we have the adjacency. On... No, we don't, because you're still a colony being built. Okay, so maybe we want to wait until this is done. And then we could fabricate on Maguindanao, annex Maguindanao, co-belligerize Ternate, and because Ternate has no allies, that doesn't affect anything else, and we can get both of those countries for very little at that point. I think that sounds to me like a wonderful idea, Mordred. You should definitely do that. Right, let's pay off another loan. Oh, we do, from here. You're not wrong. All I need is a diplomat to come back. Have I circumnavigated the globe? Yes, I have. Domingo de Ojeda, being a wise and respected Catholic, has maintained good relations with the cardinals and other people of the church, even outside the borders of Castile. They recently discovered that a man has just been promoted to cardinal, who is a good friend of theirs, and is considering moving to a country to facilitate their mutual work on a theological text. If we aided this process, we could have a cardinal in the Curia who is not only loyal to Domingo de Ojeda, but also to Maria. So... we'll get a new cardinal. And we would lose 100, sure. 7 cardinals. That's not one where we were just pinching them, although we were kind of just pinching them. What else did we want to do? We wanted to fight against Muisca. However, we can do that through the colonies. So let's do our check of the colonies. So you can start a war against Tzotzil. Which I would highly endorse if I could find out where Tzotzil are. What Totsil. Ah, them. Yeah, do it. Nueva Castillo. Go ahead. Start war on colony. Totsil. Go. Then Nueva Granada. Has nada. Hispaniola. Nothing. El Dorado. Really? Nothing? Boo. So just the one more. We also need to core turnate. Oh, Tidal, don't we? Or are we working on that already? Nope, because I forgot. Where is it? It's there. Matsolo, however, we can definitely convert. Off we go. Kendari is producing spices. That's good. We are definitely going to become the spice magnates. And Anguithim is about to be finished. Will I be trying Mio and Taxes 3.0? Is it out now? And natives in Palau adopt Sulawesi culture. Cool. It looks like down here has higher potential for development. Not as much gold and stuff, but it's better for a colonial nation. Plus New Zealand. Can't forget them. No chance of gold here, though. There's more provinces in New Zealand than I thought. Interesting. Okay, let's go for this place. I need another colonist. I need Augthim to finish first of all. No, I don't. I can do it myself. Send colonists. By the time you arrive there, Augthim will be done. Which it now is. And we have enough military tech for the next mil tech, but I'm not going to do that. Is everyone happy enough now for me to steal some land? I think so. Clergy definitely is, nobility definitely is, and the Burkers definitely are. So, yes. And we've already got the +1 monarch points in every category, don't we? Yes, we do. In that case, sure, we're going to see some territory. Boom. And the crown land is now up to 49%. Still giving me no bonuses, which is a bit meh, but that's fine. So you're fighting Totsil. Could I start another scuffle with some more of the Aztecs? Castile until 97. Castile until 97. Castile until 95. 97. Ah, I don't have one with you. Vassal of Tarascan. Tarascan is one that we have not attacked yet. Alright, let's start building a spy network against you as well. And with Magundanao. I need more diplomats. A revolt! High taxes, cultural and religious differences have caused unhappiness amongst our citizens. Cameroon gains unrest, or Cameroon loses unrest, but also gains autonomy. I'll take the autonomy, because I cannot be bothered to station troops in Cameroon. Too far away. Do I think they'll focus on North Africa in a future expansion? It's been a long time since they touched North America. Yes. Having spoken to Grugi at ParadoxCon, he was very, very interested in doing more work on North America. Like, he wanted to do a complete overhaul of the colonization system. Whether we'll see that for EU4 or EU5, I don't know. I wouldn't be that surprised if that was an EU5 thing, though. $50 to 59% crown land, you get 5 maximum absolutism and a mighty 5% tax. Such a huge bonus, especially as we're not even in the age of absolutism yet. Although we are a monarchy, so absolutism is more useful to me than if I was a republic. Because republics have humongous penalties to absolutism. Just realised I never ticked off Grim. Now I have. We're just racing ahead of everyone else, even without owning the whole of Iberia. Oh, Scotland! Scotland! Has attacked England. Euro's producing livestock. Okay. I was going to say, am I really making 90 ducats? I don't imagine so. But our income is definitely rising. Oh! You know what? I bet that's because Wellendom is now actually producing gold. Yeah. Okay. Confirmed. If you have a gold mine, it is better to state it than to have a trade company, even with the plus 50% trade production efficiency. Because 0% autonomy just makes up for that. Particularly if you have a goods produced modifier, like I do here. 11 ducats a month from one province is ridiculous. Okay, instead of 3, which I was producing previously. .3.0 stuff looks really interesting, though they say they're a bit flavour sparse at the moment. Interesting. I'll have to get in touch with Gigao. I know that he's a regular on the streams. And also on the Discord. Trade protection, CB against Holland. Perfidious Dutch. Morocco. Nope, still don't want to do technology. We can probably go to speed 4. Conversion of Limpopo successful. In fact, one other thing that I should be doing is going through all of these and just making sure that they are in fact trade companied. I think I've gotten most of these. You I haven't. You guys I haven't. And then you two I'm definitely not touching. I don't know. Natal I can probably do. However, in Humbain is Quelmeen, which is these two. Sofala, I think, is a gold-producing province. Yeah, it is. And Ivory. I have a feeling I want this to be stated. Although, not having this in the trade company would be a pain. Because that would give me a heck of a lot of control over Zanzibar. And the more control I have over Zanzibar, the more likely I am to get a merchant from it. Because right now my trade companies are kind of toothless when it comes to the trade protection. I haven't really ratcheted up the trade income yet. But that's mostly done through provincial trade, not ship protection. Why is El Dorado in La Plata? It's just where it was found. Because it's literally El Dorado in this. Down in Rio Grande del Sul. El Dorado. Beginner's question, if you develop gold mines until they risk to run out. What is best to develop them but risk the run out or keep them low? So what happens when a gold mine dies? So my suggestion is, and somebody's crunched the numbers and done all the maths, not me, this is just PSA, is to dev it up to level 10. Level 10 is a good balance between risk of it depleting and making loads of dosh. And yes, if they do deplete, then I think you lose half of the goods produced for gold. Something like that. And yeah, I know that Southeast Africa is full of gold, which is one of the reasons I'm kind of eyeing up Sofala here. I really, really should go after them soon, before somebody else does. But there's only so many diplomatic actions I can undertake, and I'm already kind of spread a little thin on that. Cameroon's converted. And that's it for the conversions. Lehad Datu is a religious centre. Where on earth is Lehad Datu? Here. Importance of this province as a religious centre will make it very difficult to convert. Well, that's slightly irritating. Oh, speaking of which, actually, we probably want to make some of these into trade companies. Because we've been fairly aggressively converting this area. Except for Palembang. No, not Palembang. Pagarayung. Gold mine. Which is these three provinces. You do not have a centre of trade here. I think I can probably afford to state this. And then trade company everything else. It's fairly high development as well, so this will give me more manpower. And a nice little base here in Southeast Asia. Yeah, I think I probably will state this. And there we go. Done. And then I think the other thing I'm going to do is decrease the dev cost of that area. And I think it's also time for me to invest some more in developing. So Pagarayung would be one of the places that we could do. I think I actually want to get the colonial nations up first. Which we're getting to slowly but surely. And their income should also be spiking because of this. Yeah, Hispaniola 5.4, Darkest Eldorado is now up to 1.2. Nuevo Castillo is now 1. Nuevo Granada is still the smallest and the weakest. Okay. But gold income is improving. Is there any reason to develop manpower in an area or only do tax and production? If you need manpower, yes. Manpower and sailors you get for manpower points. And all of it contributes towards force limits. So just the more development you have in a province, the more force limits you get. And I tend to find that I have a lot of military points because I don't tend to go for that many military ideas. So I tend to have a lot of manpower development happening. It's also a good way of balancing out. So for example, for the gold mines, you will have seen me just doing it. In fact, it's a great example. You can only have up to half of your development in one category. So you'll notice all of these are getting grayed out. That's because this is already half of the development. So in order to allow me to get higher development in that one category, I usually develop up manpower, just because for me it's cheap. But whatever monarch points you have in surplus, you can use to do that. Hillary Clinton Sundries, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. And Mukborbag, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Good to see so many of you here today. Hope you're enjoying this. Is it a fixed force limit per military development? No, military, again, it's total development. That accounts for force limit. So if you're developing up manpower, that is part of the total development, and therefore you get more force limit. And it does look like it's fixed. It's 0.1 force limit per point of development. So 12 dev here, we get force limit of 1.2. And that can be further increased with like training centers? Regimental camps. And then the manpower can be increased with the barracks and the training fields, and then especially the soldiers' households. Which is why when I'm building provinces up specifically for manpower, I go for grain, fish, livestock, wine, and then also the sailor provinces because they also benefit from manpower. So salt, fish, naval supplies, and tropical wood. Any of those resources you can boost up manpower and then build this manufactory type. And as we've seen in Lubeck, that can really give you a lot of manpower and sailors to play with. Speaking of sailors, we're actually incredibly low. Interesting. We are gaining sailors. We just don't have many. Am I taking attrition somewhere? I'll need to check that. Our merchants have been too successful in trade, impossible, and the owners of the local trade node are upholding their mercantilist ideals and now attempting to expel the merchants from it. Tugru, I don't think you really have much to say, or much say in this. Nope, they're staying. Oh, it's because a bunch of my lightships were damaged during the battles and stuff. I'm gonna go through. When's the next lightship available? 19. Okay, we just got this one. So any fleets that have non-early frigates are going to lose them. And I'll upgrade them. Upgrade, and then we'll attach you back to Ivory Coast. Next, colonial transports. That doesn't really matter. Zanzibar, you have a couple of caravels.